Hello and welcome back to Enter Joel's Coffee Talk. So, I think it's about 1 o'clock now that Chelsea are playing against AC Milan somewhere in Indonesia in the pre-season friendly. It's a pre-season match, so I'm going to be talking about Chelsea's pre-season and the upcoming, well, it's not really upcoming, it's a developing fast story about what's happening at FIFA. We all know that, or some of you may not know, the FIFA president is going through a very hard battle of saving his job due to the fact that he was trying to sell the World Cup through to the private investors. And he didn't go well. So, and now you have your UEFA and some other associations are, they're looking to do a boycott. However, there are some problems. So, yes, quick disclaimer, anything that I say in this video, the story might change very quickly, as we all know. So if you're new here, please subscribe if you like my calm football takes. If you just click a like, it would appreciate me helping this channel grow. So let me take a sip of coffee. I'm sitting outside in a cool spot. Yes, let me I love the coffee. So let me talk about what's happening with FIFA. The organisation, well, it's supposed to be like a charity-led organisation. Throughout the whole years, the whole century they've been going, it has been known for, they like to play hide and seek with their finances and their things, with their biddings for the, for the nations who wants to host the World Cup. They say, I'll give you a little bit of money here and there if you give me something back to me. It just feels like Al Capone, the well-known gangster back in the 1930s, could have been running this organisation a lot better than the current FIFA president. And there are some allegations just came out yesterday, and that is another story adding tied to his job. I just think, for me personally, he has to go. He has to go because, when you are trying to sell the World Cup to private investors, well-known investors that's been linked to the United States president in his, before he was president, and he has family ties and here and there. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good, when you're an organisation like FIFA, they should be, charity-led, almost like well-known charities around the world. They should be, thinking on the humanity side of the sport rather than the money side of the sport. But it is what it is. You just have to go with some, I can't really use the word because I don't want to get sued and all that. You know what I'm saying. You can put down in the comments, if you think I know what I'm going to say. But it is difficult. So let's go back to Chelsea's pre-season. Chelsea's pre-season has been 2 losses so far, Xabi Alonso, I think that's how you pronounce the manager's name. He's still trying to figure out what his best teams are. Obviously, coming off from the back of the World Cup, where you got some players who are, well, they're being given a mandatory rest. So I just feel that, the pre-season, even though I feel that Chelsea and some other clubs should be doing their pre-season at home and let all the other clubs come to us. But then you could be saying the same thing, well, hold on, they should be coming to us too, sort of thing. But what can you do? Is it a money spinner, or is it a actual, well, you could say warm weather, but during the World Cup they had extreme warm weather. I just feel that the players are very fit physically, but what about mentally? And I just feel that they needed a rest, and everything you could say about them, here it is. So that's a really nice cup of coffee, that. So yes, I feel that Chelsea's pre-season, it's all about getting the tactics right, seeing who are the players who could be the first team, proper first team for the first game of the season of the Premier League. And I just feel that, whatever you think about your clubs, or where they're at in the pre-season, what stage they are they in a transitional period? Are they, champions ready-made squad, or are they just, getting prepared for relegation like Tottenham? But, it is what it is. So I do like watching some pre-season games. Last summer I went to watch Farnham FC versus Eastbourne FC. I think it's called Eastbourne United. Either way, I went there and watched the match, had a really good beer. It was in a heat wave, very, very, one of the hottest days there. But I like that, you can just go to small clubs and see how the grounds and what the atmosphere is like. But it's a shame that big clubs don't go to our small local clubs. I mean, some do. I mean, I know you probably say in the comments, some do, they do. But they prefer the big jet style lifestyle, going around on tours of like Indonesia. Recently they were in Australia, and they're going to come back to us in a couple Saturdays time, because we'll be playing against Real Sociedad, a Spanish team. So yeah, we just got to chill and relax. That's what I'm doing right now. Yeah, let me take a sip of coffee. Listening to the dogs bark, the birds singing. So my question to you is, how do you feel about pre-season is going for your club? Let me know in the comments below.